What Ryan Reynolds, has seemingly done, right, is used his power and influence to not only help Blake Lively take over this movie.
Okay, who owns the production company? Who owns the next movie script? I am going to invest myself everywhere. I'm going to be doing your movie premiere. I'm going to be doing promos and making fun of you.
Ryan?
Yep.
You want to take a break from Blake?
Sure.
All right, listen up. Apparently, Ryan Reynolds has been pulling some serious strings behind the scenes. It seems he's been using his clout not only to help Blake Lively dominate this project, but also to assert control over production decisions and even upcoming scripts. Imagine him announcing, "I'm going to be everywhere," as he promises to crash every movie premiere, promo, and even toss playful jabs at old friends. And, of course, there's a cheeky hint about taking a break from Blake's constant shadow. But if you haven't caught the latest buzz, here's the rundown. Rumors are swirling that Marvel has just shown Ryan the door. One minute, he's gearing up for the dual release of Deadpool and Wolverine, cracking jokes and staging his usual over-the-top marketing antics. And the next, he's caught in the midst of a massive Hollywood scandal with whispers that Disney and Marvel might have decided to cut ties with him. Now, you might be asking, is he planning to drag Blake Lively into this too? Or even, are we about to see a lawsuit of epic proportions?
Are you going to sue Blake Lively too?
Into oblivion, Megan. Wait till you see this lawsuit.
Oh boy.
Over the years, Marvel and Ryan haven't exactly seen eye to eye, especially since Deadpool's R-rated humor often clashed with Marvel's family-friendly image. But this latest feud isn't just about clashing sensibilities. It goes deeper. Industry insiders are saying that Ryan wasn't merely causing a ruckus on set. Allegedly, he was actively targeting Justin Baldoni, the actor and director currently embroiled in a high-stakes legal battle with his wife, Blake Lively.
Reynolds approached a senior executive at WME and expressed his deep disdain for Baldoni, going as far as to suggest that the agency is working with a sexual predator.
So, what does Marvel do when one of its biggest stars takes the script a little too personally? They step in, and if recent reports are to be trusted, they might have intervened so decisively that Ryan may never grace the MCU again.
All agree that the moral crimes committed here by Ryan Reynolds against Justin Baldoni have amounted to high treason.
A senior executive at WME even reportedly voiced his strong disapproval of Baldoni, going so far as to suggest that the agency was in cahoots with someone who had a seriously shady reputation. Social media erupted as soon as news broke that Marvel had allegedly fired Ryan Reynolds. Fans split into two distinct camps. One side, staunch in their support, argued, Ryan is Deadpool. Marvel wouldn't risk ditching one of its most lucrative franchises over mere off-screen drama. The other side, however, wasn't so sure, pointing to past moves by Disney and Marvel where even their biggest talents were shown the door when controversies, like the Jonathan Majors debacle, hit hard. With Ryan deeply entangled in the scandal involving Baldoni, his wife's legal woes, and the ensuing media firestorm, questions are now swirling. Has Ryan finally crossed a line that Marvel can't overlook? Many claim that his actions against Justin Baldoni amount to nothing less than a betrayal of trust, a high-stakes moral transgression that Marvel might never forgive. But hold on, because the drama deepens. Right at the center of this chaotic storm is none other than Hugh Jackman, Ryan's longtime friend, co-star, and regular partner in roast sessions.
No. It's not every day a guy gets to interview the love interest of his best friend's wife, and the guy trying to replace Ryan as a husband, and me as his best mate.
Holy shit.
Fans have been clamoring to hear where Hugh stands. Is he rallying behind Ryan, or is he quietly distancing himself from the mess? And what exactly does he know about all of this personal scandal? More importantly, is there even any chance that Ryan Reynolds will ever find his way back into the Marvel Cinematic Universe? These questions have piled up, and with the internet's relentless scrutiny, it's clear that this Hollywood scandal is just heating up. Let's rewind a bit to get the full picture. If you've been paying attention to the chatter online, you're aware of the explosive lawsuit between Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni, a legal battle so fraught with allegations it has rocked Hollywood to its core. Blake has been on a relentless mission to take down Baldoni, accusing him of being manipulative, power-hungry, and engaging in serious workplace misconduct during the production of It Ends With Us. Yet, despite the dramatic claims, concrete evidence has remained elusive. In fact, Baldoni's team fought back hard, exposing glaring inconsistencies in Blake's story and even debunking some of the more outrageous claims, like the infamous intimacy coordinator scandal, as entirely fabricated. In the midst of this legal chaos, Ryan's role seems to have been far more than a supportive husband. Insiders now allege that he was the mastermind orchestrating a smear campaign against Baldoni from behind the scenes.
Really want to be friends with you. Like, he literally tells Ryan he wants to be friends with you. And I can just see Ryan sitting there like, yes, this is exactly what I want, a puppy to kick in the mouth.
Word on the street is that Ryan leveraged his industry connections to pressure his own agency, WME, into distancing itself from Baldoni. While his PR team worked overtime to polish his public image, Ryan was allegedly busy planning moves that would not only safeguard his reputation, but also discredit Baldoni entirely. There are even whispers that he tried, on multiple occasions, to get Baldoni dropped from WME before any public announcements were made.
To me, he tried to get Justin Baldoni dropped from WME multiple times before they did, okay? So all of those articles that came out when Justin got dropped and they were denying that Ryan Reynolds had anything to do with it, those were PR teams that were working overtime behind the scenes, likely their PR team. Leslie Sloan, it's not true. No, it's never. That is a fact.
When those moves finally came to light, it became clear that what many dismissed as mere gossip was, in fact, a carefully orchestrated campaign of damage control and narrative manipulation.
You know, give me your phone. I'm going to draft a statement that Justin Baldoni and Wayfarer have to read, because the public noticed that her press appearances were weird. They found her to not be deep at all. They didn't like that she was promoting her hair products, didn't like that she was not taking the theme of domestic violence seriously. And then they found these old videos of her.
And then things get even more surreal. Ryan's alleged covert campaign wasn't confined solely to boardroom maneuvers. It seeped into his creative projects as well. In a twist that few could have predicted, Ryan reportedly laced the script of Wolverine vs. Deadpool with some very pointed digs at Baldoni. At first glance, these might appear as part of Deadpool's usual fourth-wall-breaking humor, but a closer look reveals layers of personal mockery.
What Ryan Reynolds, has seemingly done, right, is used his power and influence to not only help Blake Lively take over this movie, but, he's used it, on Deadpool and to make fun of Justin Baldoni.
One of the characters, a variant of Deadpool with an unmistakable man bun, bears a striking resemblance to Baldoni's signature look. Ryan's portrayal didn't stop there. He imbued the character with a personality reminiscent of Baldoni, an over-the-top, self-righteous figure who constantly reminded everyone of his own moral high ground. And then there's Dogpool, a literal lapdog character designed to caricature Baldoni as a meek, submissive Hollywood yes-man. It's as if every scene was meticulously crafted to serve as a pointed jab at his rival.
Where's your mask? Come on, guys. Oh, this guy. We're looking for a group of survivors. And I guess you've already met Mary Poppins, aka Dogpool. Careful where you put your hand. She's 90% G-spot, and she'll let you know it. You let this little flirt out of your sight for 1 second, and she starts shopping for a new papa. If you can't be a responsible pet owner, then maybe you don't deserve this little unicorn. Guilty on all charges, Your Honor.
The in-film references don't stop at physical appearances. There are dialogues packed with biting wit, a line where Ryan is heard demanding, "Give me your phone. I'm drafting a statement for Baldoni and his crew," as if to force them to acknowledge their own shortcomings. This wasn't just a few offhand jokes. It was a full-scale campaign of ridicule cleverly embedded within the promotional material for It Ends With Us. The lines about taking a break from Blake or mocking the character's overt feminist posturing were all calculated moves to reinforce his personal vendetta. It's as though the promotional tour for Deadpool 3 became a stage not just for film marketing, but for airing a very personal score. Of course, all these off-screen antics eventually caught up with Marvel. The studio, renowned for its careful handling of its billion-dollar brand, found itself in a precarious position. Marvel has always prided itself on sidestepping PR disasters, but when one of its marquee stars goes off the deep end, even they have to act. Reports suggest that once Marvel got wind of Ryan's personal agenda infiltrating the script and promotional events, they convened urgent internal meetings. High-level executives, including names like Bob Iger and Kevin Feige, were reportedly scrambling to control the damage. It seems that Marvel, known for its ruthless efficiency in cutting ties when controversies arise, might have decided that Ryan's actions were too incendiary to ignore any longer. Amidst all this, the silence from Hugh Jackman has only added to the intrigue. As Ryan's longtime friend and occasional co-conspirator in on-set pranks, fans are desperate for Hugh's perspective. Is he standing by Ryan's side, or is he quietly distancing himself from a situation that's spiraling out of control? His lack of a clear statement has led to endless speculation online, with many wondering if his silence signals a deeper disapproval of Ryan's recent behavior. And with Ryan now deeply enmeshed in a scandal involving not only his own conduct, but also the legal and personal dramas surrounding Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni, the stakes for his MCU future have never been higher. Let's step back and consider the broader picture. This isn't just a case of an actor letting his personal grudges seep into his work. It's a full-blown Hollywood crisis where legal battles, personal vendettas, and corporate interests collide. Blake Lively's lawsuit against Justin Baldoni has already turned the industry on its head, with accusations of power abuse and manipulation flying in every direction. Yet, despite the explosive allegations, tangible proof has been hard to come by. Baldoni's legal team has systematically dismantled every claim, exposing inconsistencies and, in some instances, proving that the most damning allegations were completely manufactured. In the midst of this legal war, Ryan's involvement seems to have been far more significant than previously believed. Allegations now suggest that he wasn't just a passive bystander, but an active architect behind the smear campaign against Baldoni. Using his formidable industry influence, Ryan is said to have directed a series of moves intended to protect his wife's interests while simultaneously undermining Baldoni's credibility. His PR team, known for its efficiency, apparently managed to keep most of his involvement under wraps, even as court documents later revealed that he had repeatedly tried to ensure Baldoni was cut loose from WME. It was as if he was running a parallel operation, one that the public was never meant to see until it all came crashing down. And then, the creative side of things added another layer to the debacle. Ryan's alleged digs weren't confined to off-screen maneuvers. They were boldly woven into the very fabric of his film projects. In Wolverine vs. Deadpool, viewers can catch subtle, and not so subtle, references that appear to mock Baldoni's signature style. A man bun here, a snarky comment there. One character even parodies Baldoni's public persona, depicting him as a self-appointed crusader of feminist ideals who never hesitates to remind everyone of his moral superiority. The inclusion of Dogpool, a character clearly designed to satirize Baldoni's image as a compliant yes-man, only deepens the narrative. These aren't random jokes, but rather a carefully curated series of barbs meant to humiliate Baldoni on multiple levels. Such a direct collision between personal vendetta and professional output is rare. Yet Ryan seemed to relish every moment of it, even during the promotional tour for Deadpool 3. In one skit, he went so far as to stage an entire segment mocking Baldoni, a move that was as daring as it was controversial. The internet was quick to pick up on these moments, dissecting every frame and line for clues about the underlying feud. Critics questioned whether these promotional antics were just another example of Ryan's signature humor or a deliberate attempt to settle scores in public. Some even pointed out that the peculiar quip about taking a break from Blake had all the hallmarks of a staged diversion, a subtle nod to the complex personal dynamics at play. Meanwhile, Marvel found itself in an unenviable position. Known for meticulously curating its public image and avoiding messy controversies, the studio was forced to navigate a storm of negative publicity. High-ranking executives were reportedly in a flurry of urgent discussions, trying to decide how to distance the brand from Ryan's escalating personal drama. Marvel's long-held principle of never mix personal vendettas with business seemed to be crumbling as Ryan's actions spilled over into every corner of their carefully managed narrative. It wasn't long before internal sources confirmed that Marvel was actively considering whether Ryan's behavior warranted an outright severance from the MCU. And what about Hugh Jackman? As Ryan's friend and on-screen foil, Hugh's silence on the matter has been deafening. Fans have been clamoring for a word from him, eager to know whether he still stands by Ryan or has begun to pull away. His reticence only fuels further speculation. Could it be that Hugh's loyalty has finally been tested by Ryan's controversial maneuvers? In an industry where alliances shift as quickly as box office numbers, the uncertainty surrounding Hugh's stance only adds another layer of complexity to an already volatile situation. Peering further into the scandal, it becomes clear that the entire debacle isn't just about a few poorly timed jokes or offhand comments. It's a collision of high-stakes legal battles, personal vendettas, and carefully calculated PR strategies. Blake Lively's high-profile lawsuit against Justin Baldoni, laden with accusations of manipulation and misconduct, has already sent shockwaves through Hollywood. And while evidence has been scant and much of the drama has been mired in conflicting accounts, the notion that Ryan Reynolds may have been the driving force behind a concerted smear campaign has only added fuel to the fire. Court documents, leaked behind closed doors, suggest that Ryan not only aided Blake in taking control of the narrative surrounding It Ends With Us, but also played a pivotal role in ensuring Baldoni's professional downfall. There are claims that he pressured his agency, WME, to drop Baldoni without any public explanation, relying solely on his well-oiled network of industry contacts and an ever-ready PR team to manage the fallout. Observers have noted that this wasn't a spontaneous outburst. It was a meticulously planned series of moves, executed with the precision that one would expect from a seasoned Hollywood operator. The fallout from these actions has been nothing short of explosive. Every twist, every quip, every offhand remark in the film has been scrutinized by a media machine that thrives on scandal. Every new piece of evidence or leaked statement has only deepened the rift between fans who defend Ryan's edgy humor and those who see his actions as a dangerous overstep. Meanwhile, Marvel's upper echelons have been forced to undertake extensive damage control measures, from editing out harsher jokes aimed at Baldoni to issuing carefully worded statements distancing the studio from Ryan's personal agenda. Their goal? To preserve the integrity of the Marvel brand while trying to navigate a situation that increasingly looks like a personal vendetta turned public relations nightmare. At its core, the entire saga raises uncomfortable questions about the interplay of personal grievances and professional responsibilities in Hollywood. Was Ryan's campaign truly about defending Blake Lively's honor, or was it more about feeding his own insecurities and desire to control the narrative? Some critics argue that his actions were a deliberate attempt to recast Baldoni as the villain, a necessary scapegoat in a drama that might otherwise expose Ryan's own vulnerabilities. Meanwhile, Blake herself has played a complicated role in the drama. Although she publicly acknowledged that Ryan was instrumental in rewriting parts of It Ends With Us, her own actions on and off the set have been the subject of intense scrutiny. Many believe that the power dynamics between the couple, with Ryan emerging as the puppet master behind a sprawling campaign, only serve to complicate an already convoluted narrative. Ultimately, this isn't just another celebrity feud. It's a full-scale crisis where personal vendettas, high-stakes legal battles, and the meticulous workings of Hollywood's PR machine collide in ways that could forever alter the careers of those involved. Ryan Reynolds, once celebrated as the irreverent yet lovable Deadpool, now finds himself entangled in a scandal that threatens to upend his standing in the industry. For Marvel, a studio that has long prided itself on immaculate brand management, the fallout is equally daunting. With lawsuits looming, internal tensions rising, and a narrative that's become a battlefield of competing interests, the future of Ryan Reynolds within the Marvel Cinematic Universe remains shrouded in uncertainty. As the drama continues to unfold and every new revelation adds another twist to this already complex saga, one thing is abundantly clear. The forces at play in Hollywood are as ruthless as they are unpredictable. The battle lines have been drawn between personal ambition and corporate image, between loyalty and self-preservation. And while the internet will continue to dissect every word and every frame, the final verdict on whether Ryan Reynolds can ever truly redeem himself or if he's permanently painted himself into a corner remains to be seen. So buckle up, because this isn't the end of the story. Every day brings a new headline, a fresh controversy, and yet another twist in a saga that shows no sign of slowing down. Whether it's through cleverly planted in-film jabs or high-stakes legal maneuvers, Ryan's aggressive pursuit to control the narrative has set the stage for one of the most explosive scandals in Hollywood history. And as Marvel scrambles to safeguard its billion-dollar empire, the question lingers: can the mastermind behind these calculated moves ever flip the script? Or is this the final act for Ryan Reynolds in the Marvel Universe? Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to drop your thoughts below, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss Starlight scoops in the future.